Hey, good afternoon. Dan Hunt with JSKA Virtual Dojo. Today we're here with Marty Mendell and his private lesson. So planning to work on some of his Sandan test combinations as well as a kata or two and try and give him some more tips on how to get better. So let's get started. All right, Marty. So let's see your three, and we'll plan to do them like maybe 5 times, and then we'll swap out to my four. Okay.
You want me to
You don't
mirror the?
need no. You can do it. You can do it your way, and because this is for your benefit. So do it the regular way that you would normally do it, and you don't just show once the combination and explain it just very briefly, and then let's go do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So the first one is I'm going to start kind of in a kamae or a high guard position. That person is throwing a street punch. I'm stepping in, same time I'm blocking that street punch. I'm palm heel striking them, grabbing the wrist, doing a radial arm strike. I'm doing a radial stun to the side of the neck too as well. And then from this position, I'm going to cradle the arm. So this hand is going to stay up here near the shoulder. I'm going to cradle the arm, come over across the shoulder, drag them down to the ground as I pull them down, and then I'm going to do a stomp afterwards.
All right. All right. Let's fire it up.
Have oh, actually, after the pull down here, I'm going to do an elbow strike to the back of the head, finish my drag down, and then heel stomp.
Okay.
So once again, block palm heel strike at the same time, radial arm, hit to the back of the head, cradle it, sweep, bring them down, elbow strike, continue taking them down, and then heel stomp. So
Okay. All right. Let's do it. Pitch. Okay. Neat. All right. So now let's smooth it out with a little bit more speed at which you would probably do it to someone. So you've got it.
okay,
You've got the details down. Let's speed it up and do it to the level of intensity that you would do it out in the street.
okay.
So make it work. Pitch. Done. All right. Good. Gee. Go. All right, very good, very good. So be careful. A couple of the times watching it, looked like your blocking side hand was a little low. You still
Okay.
made the strike, and you kind of created a little irimi where you kind of come in at a slight angle, which is good. But if you leave this down, you're going to get clocked with this one. So make sure
That one stays up.
this left hand is high enough so that it's there to block. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now I get it. That's not the primary goal of it. The primary goal of it is to get in and hit before they get to you. But if you are a little late with the hit, this is insurance, right?
Okay. So keep that up higher.
Yeah. Keep that up a little higher. Okay. Next.
Um, this one's defense against a rear grab.
Okay.
I'll do this one sideways. My hands come up. I can catch somebody off. They're kind of trying to come around for a rear grab. So my hands come up to deflect. I drop back, elbow strike, hammer fist, catch the arm, break the arm. After I break the arm, the hand slides up this way, take him down to the ground, and stomp.
All right. Show me again slow.
Well, let me do it this way. 1, 2, reach across, break the arm, here, slide up, down to the ground, so they're halfway here, and then a kick to the face.
All right. So this one here, I was doing this with Tony Visintainer the other day, and he had a concern that if somebody was really truly trying to grab you from behind, once or if they were able to actually get their arms in there, he's not sure you're going to get a whole lot of elbow and down block to the groin. I would consider, I'm not saying it's, I don't think you can make it work. I'm saying consider getting somebody that you could maybe make a play with and see if you think it's still a valid combination for you. Okay.
Okay, well, I guess if they were able to get their arms around me and they were, I guess, hugging me or they got their arms, I'm still able to drop back and
Right.
drop hammer
Yeah,
fist.
so I'm not, like I say, I'm not saying you couldn't make it work and so on. I'm just saying, I'm just suggesting that, being in air is a whole lot easier than actually somebody doing it to you. So you might consider just seeing if you could play with it with somebody that is okay to grab you.
Oh,
And
I have. We've done this one
yeah,
before in training.
okay, all right,
Yeah. I'm more than happy to test these things out on him if you would like.
all right, all right, okay, all right. Let's do it. So the first couple just kind of go nice and slow and easy.
You want me to face you doing this?
No,
Is it gonna...
I'm good. No, no. This is all for your benefit, not for me. I get it. Okay, one more slow. Okay, let's go full speed. And with the vigor that you would do it to somebody. All right. One more. So one thing I talked with Tony, or showed Tony myself as well is the grab from behind. You could maybe take some pieces out of chinte. Remember where you go here, then throw it behind you. So
Okay.
the hands going forward kind of create some space and create some off balancing. And while your hands are going forward, you're creating some space for your arms to create that elbow and down block. So on that first move, show me the first move where you're getting into the elbow. All right, see how your right hand didn't really do anything? So maybe consider tossing both elbows forward to create the second elbow.
So this
Yeah,
one?
yeah, that. Yeah. Yeah, so even though there's nobody in front of you, that person behind you, if they happen to get, over the top of your arms and that, throwing those arms forward creates a little bit of an off balancing, and their arms creating some space in between you and them so that you can drive that elbow backwards. So try that again with your arms going slightly forward, both of them. There you go. Yeah. What do you think? Yeah.
How's-
You think that that makes some sense to do that?
Yeah, I will add that one in, absolutely.
All right, good. All right, let's go to the next one.
Let me flip it over here. Yeah, this is the one that everybody questioned. And this was against a high knife attack.
Okay.
So basically, it's a high guard position. They're coming in either with an overhand slash or a hit. Could be a swing this way, could be a swing this way. It doesn't really matter. They're basically their arm is moving towards you.
Uh-huh.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be the quote unquote ice pick. Could be an overhead slash or just a coming in slash. What I'm in is I'm in a high guard position. My hands are towards me. I'm going to come in and strike at the same time, and I'm going to redirect that arm away. So from here, it's going to be this position. I need to redirect that arm away from my face. I'm doing a palm heel strike, excuse me, or an eye jab, grabbing that arm. At the same time, I'm here, I'm grabbing the arm, I'm pulling it underneath to control it, kicking it, and then stripping the knife away, and then hitting him again. So
the kick is going to like groin or
yeah, so
knee?
I'm hitting
Okay.
here to the eyes. I want to redirect this knife, so I need to control it. I just can't block it, so I have to control that knife. So once I block it and I'm able to do an eye gouge or a palm heel strike, I'm controlling the knife. I'm kicking, pulling it under, stripping the knife away, and then either using the knife against them, stomping, kicking, whatever. That was
Okay.
so.
Okay. All right. So show me slow. Back up just a little bit so I can see everything. There you go.
So high guard position. I'm slipping in, block, hit at the same time, redirect that arm away, pull it in, kick it, strip it, and hit them with it.
Okay.
One, grab, two, strip, hit.
Okay. One more. All right. All right. Good. 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 So my big concern with that is, as we've talked before, is I'm not sure that you're going to be able to grab that arm. And I think you and I both have seen plenty of video of folks that, you know, coming at you, and that arm is really slippery and going all over the place once contact is made, and being able to grab it with like a micro versus a macro, you know, kind of collecting it this way is a very challenging thing to do. The other part of it is, go
I
ahead.
could swap it out to, so if he's coming in for the swing or whatever, I come in, I block and hit, and then cradle the arm.
Right. That would be another way to do that, kind of create more of a macro thing. The other thing could be is if you blocked it here, cradle the arm and did both arms. Then there's all this in here where you got his arm and he can't pull it out. And now, boom, bam, you know, where you've got him completely locked in. So that's just another option. But I'm just concerned that trying to do this and grab is too micro for the situation. Now you're different because your adrenaline level stays a little calmer because you've seen these kind of situations and the police officer and in training and so on. But I'm just concerned that this and the grab, and then the other part of it is when you're bringing it in here. Remember, the knife is over on this side of their arm, right? So when you bring that in here, you're kind of bringing it across your body this way, and stripping it is a good thing from there because their hand is up here like this, but on the way in, they're here, and then here's where their hand is going, and the tip of the knife is over here. So it could slice you across the chest.
Yeah, I can do a cradle if they feel more comfortable with that. I can do this, cradle it, elbow strike, hook behind the head, and come up and crush the trachea this way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, tell you what. Why don't you put that on your list of stuff to work on, and come back with. If you still think that what you got will work, I'm okay with that. But I don't know. You think about it some more.
Okay.
And if you think that maybe we should change it a little bit to be a little bit more, we'll call it foolproof to adrenaline. Maybe that might be, and also a little bit better control of the knife as well.
A technique that is applicable not for somebody of my level of training, but
right. Yeah.
You're looking at it as not something I can feasibly do. You're looking at something that everyone can feasibly do.
Yeah, possibly that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
all
that's
right.
fair.
Okay. All right. Let's see where are we at here. We got time. All right. Let's do the last two of mine, and we'll leave the first two to another day.
Okay. Yeah, I think we've done the first two in class times.
Yeah. Let's do the last two. So it's the another knife defense, kind of low, and using the whole arm to collect it. Hammer fist.
The ones I've got from you, I don't know if I'm missing one or not, because the ones I have, I only have 3 on there.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do number.
I have the list. I have the Awasuki one that we have done before, right?
Yeah.
We've done that one. I have the short stance because I'm empty.
Yeah.
Pull the Haito to the back of the head, and then Haito, and then it's 1, 2, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And then the Jujuki low knife defense.
Yeah, there's one more. I'll resend that to you. We'll go through the last one here. I'll show you what we got to do here.
Okay, perfect. All right.
All right, so let's do the Jujuki one.
The knife defense one?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm thinking about this right, I think according to the directions, I haven't done this one a little bit, that we're stepping back.
Let's see.
It says step back with left leg.
Step back with your left leg. So if you got left leg forward, step back with the left leg and kind of create some opening there. Yes.
So once I'm here, then I'm Haito this way.
You're catching. You're catching underneath, so you got their arm and you got control of the knife. Yeah, no, and it's Marotyuke.
Okay, so from here, this way, control here.
Yep, and then shoot though.
Or am I doing it to the side of that?
I'm thinking it is more of an uppercut.
Oh, okay.
So what? So from here, I'm going to be here. I'm going to step back here, right arm underneath. Okay, then I'm going to take the left arm here, collect that arm, bam. Then a shuto, then a throw, and then a toss and a kick.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So this collect with the left arm, strike with the right, like a Marotyuke. Yeah, there you go. And then
Here.
hammer fist, shuto,
So
or
from here,
shuto, from there, shuto. And then from there, it's a takedown. You can punch or just kick or however you want to do it. You got all sorts of options from that takedown.
up, shuto, down,
There you go.
my guard, kick, shuto, down.
Good. So I like how you're bringing this jujuki to the side and you're taking your body a little bit offline to make it so that that knife isn't that close to you when they come in.
One,
There you go.
three, shoot. That leg, that front leg, Sensei, are you? So once I'm here, right?
Yeah.
Clap, wrap, up, over.
I'm stepping backwards with
you're
your right leg. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
are you coming
No.
into?
I'm stepping backwards, so I got to use the hip and the body dynamics to drag him over. Because remember, you've got his arm in here like this, right? So this is collected underneath, or collecting up, kind of up by his shoulder here. Bam, bam, and then this part here turning takes him with you,
Okay.
along with the head. Yeah, so you can, as you did that time, you can take a half step forward to give yourself a little bit more leverage. The only thing is it delays the time when he's uncomfortable.
So once they're down,
Do whatever you want.
that arm caught here. I'm here. I've still got this arm trapped during
Yes,
the
you
take.
did. Yes.
So do I want to keep this arm trapped and then hit with my lead hand?
You can, or you can let that arm go and kick, however you want to do it. As you're throwing them that way, you could let it go.
Okay.
But personally, I personally think you'd want to control that arm all the way up until the time he's incapacitated, right?
Right. I just feel like if I've got it trapped down from here, I either want to punch or pull them up.
Yeah, and then you could use that as the beginning of like a cuffing exercise or something like that, because you've already got them back here as
Right.
you made that turn, right?
Okay.
All right, let's go a couple times a little slow, and then we'll take it quicker. Okay, 2. All right, now let's go with full speed. All right, good footwork. Okay, so be careful not to bring that jujuki too close to your body. It doesn't want to be out here, way out here, because you're not very strong out there. But down here with your kind of your lats collected and so on, and just maybe kind of one fist away from your body with your left elbow. There you go. Good. All right, one more. All right, good. All right, so last one. Any more questions on that one?
No, that one feels good.
Okay, so the last one kind of has some hand, knee on, hand, shoulder on work to it. So from here, we're going to step forward with the right leg, uppercut, and catch this way. So again, big swing here, boom. I'm going to do that down on the arm like you did earlier and hammer fist. From here, I've got that arm collected because I'm here. I'm going to come around it, smash, bang. And then from there, the head is here, the hand is here. I'm going to toss.
Yeah, you're training 90 and training them up, right?
You're right. Yep. Yep. And that toss is head comes out and down and the hand goes above. It's kind of like doing this move here, right? In Niju Shiho, right? So from Gedan Barai to lunge punch, like in hand Shodan, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. All one kind of step as you go sideways. All right,
So
so try it.
I'm stepping into them, right?
Yes, correct.
Because they're
Yeah,
coming in.
you're stepping in with your right leg, blocking with your left.
Here.
Head and step. No, step through with your left leg.
Oh, okay.
So yes, you step out with your right, but then step through with your left. Continue.
Toss.
Yeah.
Collect.
Right. Yep. And I've got that left hand, when I do it, my left hand stays higher and my right hand comes lower. Now, eventually it kind of follows through and then you've got whatever else you want to do to them. So assume there's a wall on that side and you want to drive them into that. There you go. Yep. Good. All right, good. So I like the right leg out and continuing without stopping continuing the left leg forward, because that's all. If you tie this head coming down and that arm going over the top this way, that's a lot of momentum you're creating for him to go down. All right, good. All right, full speed, full power. So one thing I'm noticing is, and you do this on some of your other ones too, and take a look at the video. When you're doing this, to come down, one of the things that you do is lean this way instead of just drop.
Right. Okay.
So I'm a little concerned that this lean, if they happen to grab on, like they're here, and if they grab on, they might be able to pull you over because of the lean. So think about dropping rather than having the weight dropping from the shoulders. Have the weight dropping from the hips. So keep and I see this a little bit in your general training too. Is you've got this lean going. So just be aware of it. Kind of keep the tuck and the connection in the front. Okay. So let's try it again a couple more times. See if you can get that to be more of a drop than a little lean in the front. That's better. And then obviously, to get down to the punch, you gotta lean forward, but you could even drop to one knee if you wanted to go down. All right, one more. Did you feel the lean on that one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So something to work on as you do it. And what I would suggest is kind of like we're doing here, video yourself and then look at it and see, oh, or even better, do it, do a video of maybe a minute worth of you doing this one. And maybe you do in a minute, you can do 10 times, maybe or more. Okay. And then as you're doing it, say in the video, yeah, I leaned on that one. That one was good. That one was good. No, I leaned on that one. No, that was good. That was good. So then you can go back and look at it and tell if you were able to sense it, and then see if you can reduce the number of times that you thought you were leaning.
Okay.
Okay.
You can do that.
Yeah. All right. So do you have a particular ka that you want to work on today? We got another half an hour or so.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably like I would like to go step by step with Jitte because
Okay, let's do it.
there was a couple of movements that I'm like, I always double check videos, right, online,
Yeah.
ours and other people, and my head explodes coming back this way in the keyboard. So,
all right, let's do it.
Yeah, I think that's it. But I'd like to do it just step by step first, just to kind of refresh my brain a little bit. So.
All right, sounds good. All right, kamae. Ich. Ni. Tanshi. Go. Work. Ich. Hutch. Ku. Ich.
It's the part.
Keep going. It's turning, yeah. Ni. San. Okay, so the ki was there.
Yep.
Yeah. Ich. Ichni. An. She. Go, rook.
Oh yeah.
Titch. Hutchku. Ki was there. I'm sorry. Ju, last one. So the last one is the ki.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yummy. All right, so you got the general outline, a little bit of thinking about it, but generally it's there. So let me give you one little tip too. So when you start off, so this one here, pretty good. I like this, but the stance should still be pressing forward and pulling. Okay, open hip, pull this back. Now here's where your body stopped and your hands were still going. So you went here and then collected all this. So try to save some leg drive and time this to finish together. Okay. When you're going slow, and then boom, boom, this is good, this was good, 1, 2, 3. So from here, this and the step come together, 1, 2. And then on the next one, the up and the shuffle do not come together. The up starts first, then shift there. Okay, so the up is first, shift is second. So on this one, the step across and the up is together. 1, 2, then up, shift, then twist. 1, 2, 3.
And that
Okay.
is that slight shuffle in?
Which, oh, on the last
One, yeah. So
going
we do
going away,
this, boom, then our hands come up.
and then just shift back. Yep, just shift
Yeah.
back. Yep, yep, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I was
So,
looking at dopey videos and they were doing this motion.
oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, and the link for JSKA, your link on your website,
Yeah.
I saw that guy, he was doing this, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
But I don't know what's correct, so
well, the way I learned it was the hands go above the head, boom. So kind of like a high jujuki. Now
and
this could be a, you know, you guy's got his arms on you and you're pulling them down and phew, striking and then twisting. So I don't know.
okay. But your shift is it just a slight shift or are you
Yep,
bringing
that's it. Nope,
it?
just a slight shift. So just push off the right, release the left, and bring the right with it.
Okay.
All right. All right. Did you move your camera up?
Yeah, I probably did.
Okay. That's okay.
I didn't want you
'cause I can't.
talking in my throat, so
That's okay. I can't see your feet if you do. You move it up too high. Okay, here we go.
you see it
Go
now?
again. Yeah, perfect. So let's try and connect the stance and the arm movements to be coincident ending on this part. Come on. It's knee. There you go. Sanshi. Go. Hook. Itch. Itch knee. Sanshi. Go. Hook. Itch.
Yo.
All right. Itch. Knees up. See. Go. Rock. Itch. Itch knee. No, no, no. Manjigamai. Manjigamai first. 1, 2. Itch. Knee. San. Shi. Key eye on that last one. Yummy. All right, so go back to the last agyuke. Now, as you're making that turn, you got to turn your head. Use your head turn first. Yeah, that'll help you get around. There you go. There was another one of those earlier. I can't remember where it was.
Is it that motion? I'm going to be coming towards you in this case. From here, there's that precursory motion
Right.
here.
Correct.
Is that firm or is it just kind of stick it out there?
Oh, no, no, no. That's firm. 1, 2. Yep. Yep. So that's firm and it drops down as you're striking.
So after this, I'm not coming in and pushing?
No, no, no. You don't pull this in and then go back out. This just from here, just straight down and out. There you go. Yep. Yep.
But the same thing is.
Yeah. From there, it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing I want you to try and figure out, maybe, I get it's kind of hard to train on carpet where everything kind of sticks. But from here, when you're making your move to go to this next one, you got to find a way to get your foot in the right position because it looks like you're leaving your foot straight. Okay, leaving your foot straight and trying to do here, and then as you twist, you're getting yourself out of balance. So from here, this foot needs to start twisting as the hip starts twisting. All right.
Okay.
So you kind of gotta release your heel a little bit and pivot on the ball of the foot as your hip is coming forward. So you're here as your hip starts going toward that direction. That foot needs to already be there by the time you get to here. It looks like you're getting to about here and your foot is still straight. And then any kind of movement that way is going to it's going to be pushing against your body to try and make it go.
Yeah,
okay. So let's do that a couple times.
I'll compensate for the carpeting.
See how your toes caught and you got off balance? So come and lift your heel off the ground slightly when you do that pivot. No. Once you catch your heel, all bets are off. There you go. I like that. Do it again. That was much better. That side still will work. Well, let's just do the first one. Nope. It didn't start lifting until after you were already like 2/3 of the way through.
Oh, I can't. I'm trying to figure out how to move it.
There you go. Good.
It's kind of slow,
yep,
right?
Dude, that was perfect. Yep. And it's slow, but you got to use your body momentum of your knee and your hip going that way. And then you have to lift your heel up so that the pivot happens. See how your foot's on both sides changing. Yeah. What's behind the car? What do you have? Do you have another carpet that's further back, or is that just a tile?
This is like a rug, an area rug. But
all right, try doing it on that and see if that makes a difference there.
Are you able to see my feet, Sensei?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
There you go. Do it again. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That feel.
Pick my heel in.
You got to pick your heel up enough, and it's got to stay up enough until you pivot all the way around, and then put the heel down. Okay, to get that pivot. Once you drop the heel, now the heel drops, and the toes are trying to slide sideways, and you're getting stuck because you got too much weight. At that moment where the whole foot is on the ground, there's too much weight on it, and all that momentum of turning is going into your ankle, up into your knees, and into your hips, and it's causing you to have some unbalancing. I mean, it's not a huge amount, but I know you can feel it that you're a little bit off balance. So do a few more. That one wasn't so great. That's good. That one you pivoted on your heel.
Am I supposed to be going up slower?
I don't think it's that slow, to be honest. So it's got some pace to it, but it's definitely not 100% pace. So the big part is this spinal lift all the way to here to finish. So here. And if you also have a little bit of an outside foot reap to that too, you could add that to it as well. Personally, I think it's more of a peroneal nerve and a head twist. So the peroneal nerve is sending them this way, and the head twist is sending them the other way. so that's just remarkably horrible on their neck, and it basically take their neck right off. Because you're taking them like this, crown to chin, right, this way, but the head wants to go this way. So you're going against that. The other way, yeah.
In your hands, when you're coming up on this motion, from this first motion to the second one, you're not.
No, you know who does that? Jerry Marone does that a lot. He makes a big deal with this part.
Right, the twist prior.
He does that. Yeah, he does a twist prior. I don't. I just take this hand and bring it back, this hand bring it up. So it doesn't, it's still here, it just changes what's up and what's down. So if you watch here, I'm here, watch my left hand, watch my right hand. So all these just do this, different sides. He likes to do this twisty thing for some reason. I don't know why.
Is that an ISKF thing?
Well, here's what I think. What part of the reason why they were doing it? They were thinking that I'm catching a Joe, okay, and then to reap it out of their hands, I got to change hands and twist it. And personally, I don't think this is a catching somebody's Joe. I think it could be hitting with your Joe. And then if you want to change it, you just bring the top down, bring the bottom up. And then, yeah, there's some hand manipulation in there, but with open hand, you don't necessarily have to do that hand manipulation. If you're doing the head twist and so on. Okay, let's go again a couple more times. Right. Itch. Knee. Anchi. Go. Hook. Itch. Itch knee. Anchi. Go. Hook. Itch. Itch. Lisa. Itch. She. Go. Rock. Itch. Itch knee. Sun. Key eye there. Yeah. Yes. Key eye in the last agite. And then now make sure you turn your head and your hips together. There you go. Good. Yeah. Show me the first move, what you do.
I'll come in a little bit tighter.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I lead.
Lead with the right.
Lead with the right.
There you go. Okay. It just looked like you had an extra step in there, and I think it looked like the right hand was coming in and then going back out again. So just straight up.
This one, once this opens for this first motion, does this one close?
It closes somewhere in the middle. I don't think it closes in the at the beginning.
Now I'm overthinking it, right?
Yeah. So you're trying to catch, you've punched him in the head, you struck the backside of his head, and then you take the head and you twist it this way on the next one.
Right.
And then underneath, take the head, then strike on top back of the head, and then strike on the back of the head, and then twist them and shove them that way.
Now this motion going this way, the third motion here.
Yeah, yeah. Correct.
Is it
it's
like
a height though. Yes. Yeah.
or
Yeah.
it's just the reach, or is it a like this before this height though? Is this very pronounced? Like,
Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah. So think of it as I've got his head here. Okay. So I'm going to take him this way and strike the backside of his head with this hand too. So I'm here. Boom. I've got his head here. I'm going to take it and bam, strike the backside of his head, strike the backside of his head, shove him that way. So there's all sorts of different, let's just say he came loose as I'm changing, right? I'm hitting him back here, right? From
right.
here I get under the chin, toss from here. And then let's say he got out of that right away. Bam. I'm going to come in from the backside of his head into there. And then if he was able to duck that, this one comes back the other side. And his head's down here like this, so then boom, shove it. All right?
So are you striking your body with this? Or I've seen some pick and then go.
Yeah, I do strike my arm somewhat, but it's not, I'm not trying to knock myself out. So.
Right.
All right, let's see it again. Pitch. Knee. Anchi. Go. Pitch. Hutch. Coo. Pitch. Neep. Neep. Fun.
You.
Pitch. Knees up. Chi. Go. Rook hitch. Hutch. Kuju. Itch. Yeah, the last one. Yummy. All right. So make sure you key eye on that last one, last technique. Yeah. Okay. Let me see the knee lift. What's that? Sorry.
It must not come across my speaker at key eyed.
Yeah. Let me see the knee lift on that one where you were working on your footwork. I want to see how you get to the sideways knee with it. So you're here, right? So how do you get to the sideways knee on the next move? I want to see the path that your foot takes.
You mean the very first one?
Yeah.
So I'm bringing this way.
Okay, so I'm looking at your footwork right now, but go ahead. Okay, do the next one. All right, so come take a look at mine. I think I'm not saying that the way you're doing it is necessarily wrong. It's just a little different than what we do it. So from here, what's off to the side here? Okay, so from here, I want to see this leg
Oh, you want to sweep it.
slightly swept and then lift at the very end. So from here, and have like a little lift later. So
Okay.
keep it a little lower. So from here, that way. Okay?
Okay.
Try that. Try that. But again, you still got to get up on the ball of the foot to make that pivot. Okay? There you go. Yep. Okay. So one thing to watch out for, though, is to not come too far outside your body line with that foot. So you don't want to make it a big sweep like that, but it does want to come just outside of your center line. Right?
So a slight sweep.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
still outside the center line by
Right.
your.
Yeah, so if you couldn't get the knee into the peroneal nerve because they're too far away, then you can send this shin into behind their leg. Same thing, where you get in their leg doing this, and their head's doing the opposite. Okay.
Okay. Try that again.
We'll try a few more. There you go. And what I like about that path is it really creates a squeeze at the very end, whereas the other path, you're already squeezed and you're trying to turn at the same time, and it's not as all coming together at the very end type of thing, right?
It makes it easier to flip my legs
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, and you know what else too is it's kind of like doing gankanku, right? Where you're here, on the last one, 1, 2, 3, pull back, where this all comes together at the same time, kind of giving you the you're out here like this and everything goes like that, and it'll help you turn a little bit better too.
So you're on Gankanku, you're sweeping too, right? You're kind of doing a slight sweep as well.
Um, I don't think so, not on that one, but I'm just saying it's the squeeze part of it, since you're wide open and making the turn on Gankaku, it's kind of the same motion or the same feeling as this one where you're creating that open space with the sweep part of it, and then everything squeezes together later.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
See how early you squeezed? You were squeezed about 2/3 of the way up, and it was too early, and it didn't get you momentum enough to go all the way that way. Yeah, see how you're already squeezed up? So from here, this leg, my left leg doesn't squeeze up until I'm very much to the end.
Oh, you're leaving
Okay?
it out.
I'm leaving it out. So from here, you're doing squeeze up and then trying to finish it with whatever leftover momentum you've got, because the squeeze stops that momentum. So from here, right? There you go. Yep.
Okay, that makes a difference.
Yeah, so finish the squeeze on the final turn. Yeah, and if you're working on it, you could even start from here just to start, right? Because I'm normally here with my left leg back. Let's see if we put our right leg back, and now I'm just going to work on shoot. There you go. So then gradually take and open it up a little bit more, so that you get to the final left leg back and coming all the way around. All right. All right. One
Right.
last time on Jitte, and we'll call it a day. Okay. I'm not going to count this time. I'm just going to have you go on your own. Okay. How'd you make? Come on. All right. Last doggy uke ki.
You did.
Okay. Well, maybe your mute or your
Wait.
sound went away.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't hear it.
How about here? Yo.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. Or I heard that one. Yeah, I heard the both. I heard both of those. I just didn't hear it when you were doing the kata.
Oh,
So, all right. Well, as long as you remembered, and when you do it live for us, that you got it down. So, all
right.
right. So we had some good work today.
Yeah, great work, Steve.
Glad we could work it out. Let me stop the recording. We could talk a little bit more.